Music. The scope is very vast and there are so many existing genres. We all have our own preferences in music, and it is certain that each of us would have more than one preference for the music genre.
I like pop song. I like catchy songs. Sometimes it based on environment.
I like rock, jazz, not the kind of chill kind of jazz, but then the one more towards the movie genre kind of jazz, and then pop.
I like pop music, R&B, jazz, and also chilling music.
The kind of music I like the most is pop hits.
Country music, Taylor Swift song, Love Story.
But we are not discussing about those genre of music here. What we are focusing today is how music affects the young generation these days.
We all know how young generation can't be separated from music. Like everywhere and anywhere they go, music will always be there. Either they listen to it through their earphones or they gather and do some street performance like basking and all. The whole world revolves around music. And remember how a straight A 2017 SPM student claimed that she studied while listening to Super Junior, a K-pop all-boys group. How impressive, isn't it? Thus, we came out with these questions. Does music really affect the life of youngsters in this generation?
Yes. Yes.
Of course it does. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I love music.
Hence, to get a professional opinion about this matter, we had an interview with two experts in music teaching profession.
So we had set the date for the interview, which was on 11 April. That morning, we gathered at FKSW since both of the experts were a lecturer there. We will interview Miss Grace and Sir Edson. Both of them is a lecturer for music arts program. When all of the members had arrived, we went to the lecturer's room. The first lecturer we had interviewed is Miss Grace. And let me tell you, she's very beautiful and friendly. The first interview was done in just a few minutes, and a big thanks to Miss Grace because she made me feel at ease while we interview her. But unfortunately for me and Poon, we had to attend class by the time the second interview was supposed to be. Thus the camera was passed to Atira. So this trio went for the second interview in the afternoon. The next lecturer to be interviewed is Sir Edson, and from what Aina said, he is also very friendly and sporting. I do envy them, to be honest, since I hadn't had the chance to meet him.
Hence, within one day, we managed to interview two lecturers. From their response to our questions, we got to know that music really does influence the young generation in these three categories: behavior, emotions, and fashion. These were the questions we asked them.
What do you think about the music trend or music industry nowadays?
For Sabah or Malaysia?
For Malaysia.
Malaysia, okay. Music industry in Malaysia nowadays. For classical wise, I can say in Sabah still kind of limited lah for classical wise. But in West Malaysia, in Semenanjung, KL side, they are quite how to say, very, I don't say popular lah, but they are quite active in this classical music. In pop, in modern, definitely they're still ongoing. Definitely there's a lot of ongoing one in Sabah, in KK. Also, there's a lot of pop and Malay jazz going on, but classical wise is kind of lack here, which is why we are trying to build it up lah.
So, what do you think about the music trend in the music industry these days?
In Malaysia or overall?
In Malaysia.
In Malaysia, generally in Malaysia, right now there is a lot of genres. There's a lot of genres. One of the most popular one is the indie type of music. So there's a lot of influence coming from the indie genre. For example, the way people use the attire, one of it, and the way people actually sing, the type of instrumentation used when they are singing. Yeah.
Can you tell us about the music evolution from then till now? The difference between those times? From like last time until
From
now.
last time until
Yeah.
now.
Maybe the last decade.
Last decade for
Yeah.
music evolution.
Yeah.
Last decade. I don't think there's much evolution. If you want to say evolution, there's actually not much lah. But we can see that nowadays young generation will come up with more educated in music scene now. We don't say that there's much evolution. But it's much more educated lah. Depends.
Depends to last time.
Yeah, depend compared to last time lah.
Can you tell us about some of the music evolution from like the past decade till now?
Past evaluation in terms of
The difference like between the time like from the last decade until recently, like from 2008 like that until 2018.
okay.
The evolution in our music
I
industry.
think the major difference will be the genres. The genres start to evolve. There's a lot of instrumentation. There's a lot of instrument being used, which is actually new. The type of arrangement of the music also changes from if I'm not sure whether you understand, but the form of music being used. For example, A B A. Right now they go A B A C. Yeah, there's a lot of differences in terms of the arrangement. In terms of singing, there's a lot of new techniques in terms of singing. There is more of when they're singing. There's a lot of sound they need to produce to actually achieve the type of music they're singing. Yeah.
So consider like there is like a lot of evaluation that we might not understand actually.
I think if let's say you want to see the changes between the past few years, you have to first understand the form that they're using, or the types of instrumentation used, the composition they're doing, and also the type of genre they use nowadays.
As we all know, music and the young generation nowadays is like a couple where they can't go anywhere or do anything without music. They say no music, no life. So from your point of view, is this kind of culture affecting the youngsters in a good way or in a bad way?
I can say good. Music is something to bring up the young generation in a good path, which is when you see youngsters, they kind of learn music, they kind of discipline themselves. Yeah, well, I can say good. I won't say bad influence in music, definitely.
As we all know, music and the young generation nowadays is like a couple where they can't go anywhere or do anything without music. They say no music, no life. From your point of view, is this kind of culture affecting the youngsters in a good way or in a bad way?
Yes and no. Because as a music educator, I would like people to appreciate music by just actually listening to it rather than having music as a background music. So most of the time we have like young people, especially couples, where they dine and then the music is being used solely only for background music. Whereas as a music educator, I would like people to actually sit down and watch the performance and actually listen. So yes and no.
Yes.
So some youngsters claim that by listening to music, making music or playing music, it gives them some form of therapy and music to help them emotionally. What do you think about this?
Yeah, so I agree. Yeah, emotionally, yes. When somebody is down, especially youngsters, they listen to music, sad music, happy music, rock, pop. Yes, they kind of like how to say they using the music to calm themselves down. Because nowadays I wouldn't say Malaysian, like nowadays everywhere in the world they kind of like have this music therapy ongoing, quite popular music therapy, which helps the people nowadays because we have a lot of stress nowadays, lots of stress, and we need to calm ourselves down. So this kind of music therapy comes up, which is a good thing. Help them, help us in another way.
Some youngsters claim that by listening to music, making music or playing music, it gives them some form of therapy, and music do help them emotionally. What do you think about this?
Music since the past is a therapy actually. Music is somehow relate to how we can actually calm ourselves when we are in whatever situation we may be, because the music when we listen and it's go in out from our ears and then go to our brain, there's a lot of things happening. So there is a lot of study conducted on how music actually how music actually can influence someone, especially in terms of self-awareness, being more calmer when they are in a situation that is very difficult. So yes, yeah, music therapy is actually a very upcoming industry. There's a lot of musicians who now venture towards taking music therapy.
English pop, K-pop, J-pop, popular singers like Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, and others has been loved by many youngsters, and we all know how fancy and beautiful they dress in music video and stuff. As fans, some of them even go as far as dressing up like their idol. So this means that music also influences their fashion style. Do you agree with this or not? And what is your thought about it?
Yes, it did, because youngster did kind of like they follow the trend. They follow who is the most popular one, Justin Bieber, kan? Then they will dress like how their idol lah. So they follow their idol, how they dress up. They want to look like them. Yes. In another way, I can say it's kind of like following the idol. Whenever you have an idol, you will follow his style or her style, but not sometimes some did go to quite different way. Yeah, from their normal lifestyle, they kind of go to a different path of dressing.
Okay.
That makes sense. If it makes sense, why not lah?
Okay.
English pop, K-pop, J-pop, popular singer like Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, and others have been loved by youngsters these days. And we all know, like just like you said just now, they fancy how much of fancy and beautiful dress do they use in their music video and stuff. As fans, some of them even go as far as dressing up like their idol. So this means that music also influenced their fashion style. You do agree with this?
Yes.
You said it earlier.
Especially with the fashion designer collaborating with the artist, or big fashion houses actually collaborating with artists, because it's a very good platform. The only thing they have to do is use the attire by the fashion designer and go to the stage and take selfie, and then there's a lot of likes, and then you can actually gain a lot of publicity just by that very simple social media, using social media.
So the final question is, do you have any music genre that you like at this moment?
Still prefer classical.
Classic music.
Still prefer classical, yes. Because it's still the root of the music. Yes. Oldies. It's still the root of the music of all. Of course, I don't say I don't like the others. Like I don't like jazz. I don't like. No, I still listen to all kind of genre, all kind of period to improve myself, of course. But classical still the one that I will stick to. Because mostly, if you can say music therapy, we still use classical music. If you say we want to teach, we are teaching, we are still using classical music as a basic. So yeah, it's still classical.
Okay.
The basic, back to basic, yeah.
And one final question. Do you have any music genre that you like at this moment?
I'm a classical type of music. I love all types of music, from R&B, from pop rock, from traditional music, and all sort of type of music. I do listen to it, but I fell in love with the classical music since I was small. My father and mother was not a musician, but both of them really love music. So I was very lucky to actually learn how to play the music since I was 4. So now and then, I'm still in love with classical music. Yeah.
That's what an expertise says about how music influences a youngster's life. But we think we maybe have an opinion slightly different from them. I started to learn music when I discovered I like music so much. And I started to learn piano when I was 8 years old. But I stopped during the age of 12 because of some of my personal stuff, and which I felt kind of regret until now. And then I started to learn singing at 19 and playing guitar at 20 years old. And because my club is going to hold a musical stage in the beginning of May, I started to compose music and writing lyrics. Music does really bring a lot of impact to my life, and I'm still in the progress of learning about it. It makes me feel calm and comfort me when I feel stressed.
Music affects my life a huge time. Music helped me to calm down and soothe myself because I'm the kind of person who gets tensed up and stressed out over minute things in life. So music is like, it plays a huge role in my life. Yeah, that's all.
Yes, music gives impact to my life. Like when I'm stressed, I'm listening to music and it helps me a lot to calm myself. And it also helps to boost my mood. Like when I'm sad or when I'm feeling down, music helps me to feel motivated again. Music that is soothing and relaxing can help me to beat my stress while studying, and music also can help me to focus on certain tasks, and lastly, they also help me to memorize better. Everyone knows that music is life. So I feel that music is kind of escape for me when I'm down. I listen music when I'm driving, I'm sleeping. So sometimes I hear music when I'm doing math. So music gives a lot of meaning in my life. The more you listen to music, the more you can learn from it, and the more you can the more that you know that you love music.